Guys, what's up? It's Dark here and welcome back to another 2-minute tank guide for LFR, Normal and Heroic in the Eternal Palace. Today we are on the 4th boss, Lady Ashvane. It's a cool fight. 2 tanks required, 2 cycling phases. Phase 1, after you pick up the boss, you're going to drag her all the way over to the wall. Soon after you've encountered the boss is going to hit the current tank with Barnacle Bash. This is going to leave a debuff on that tank, and it's also going to spawn a large pool of coral underneath the tank and the boss. You need to move this out. What you want to do is you want to move her right over to the wall and have your back to the wall, so when you get hit and you spawn this pool, half of it's in the encounter zone and half of it just disappears through the wall. Now on normal difficulty, the coral patch will actually despawn after 2 or 3 puddles. On heroic, this isn't the case, so you need to be really smart about your placement of the Barnacle Bash coral. Barnacle Bash is also going to put a debuff on you, as I said, which causes you to take more damage from the next Barnacle Bash. Taunt swap wise, just swap after each Barnacle Bash goes off. If you do end up having to take 2 hits, just make sure you're rolling a CD for your second hit. Your raid is going to be dodging bad swirls on the ground. They're going to be kind of in the middle of the encounter zone, and coral is going to be spawning around them. Now, bubbles are going to come out of that coral periodically and move towards the boss. If a bubble hits the boss will heal. Your raid will be soaking those bubbles, and if you're not tanking, you'll be assisting in that. Never soak more than 2 bubbles at a time, and each bubble you soak will incur raid damage, so don't be dumb with it. Brandy Bubble is another ability that will be cast by the boss, and it's one that can go on tanks. 3 people will get targeted and put into bubbles. In Heroic, you'll get a large blue circle around you to go with this, and if you hit, and when your debuff expires, if anyone was within that blue circle, they will also get encased in a bubble, forcing DPS to break them out. On normal, however, there is no blue splash zone, so the 3 people targeted with Brandy Bubble can just stand under the boss, get in the bubbles and just be cleaved out while people are still putting damage onto the boss. In Heroic though, you will have to run away, and as I said, this can go on the tank, so you will need to be vocal if you need a taunt swap. Phase 2, through Phase 1 you'll have been damaging the shield around Lady. Now the shield is down and she's actually taking damage. The boss in this phase will continue to still do Barnacle Bash and will still be having the bubbles come from the coral towards her. The boss will mark players with symbols called Arcane Azurite. There's 2 of each symbol, 2 reds, 2 yellows, 2 blues, etc. At the expiry of that debuff, a laser beam will go from those Azurite marks to its matching partner, and it will destroy any coral that is in between. So you want to, if you get this, again, it can go on tanks. You just need to make sure that your counterpart is running behind a piece of coral, so when the laser beam goes off, it destroys that coral. That's pretty much it, guys. It is a complete cycle between these 2 phases. In Heroic, it gets very difficult in regards to managing space in the room, and it is ultimately the first DPS check in this raid that you will most likely wall on, certainly in Heroic. So that is pretty much it, guys. Longer guide, sorry, but a fair bit to explain with this one. If you have any questions at all, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, come find me on Twitch, come say hi, and I'll see you all next time. See you, fam.
The shadow side.
Current tank will get hit with a debuff and a smash called Brandy Bash. Nope, that's not what it's called. Wrong. When you currently pick up the boss, the current tank, when you currently pick up the boss, what the fuck is that? So another 2-minute tank guide for LFR, Normal and Heroic. Where am I? Eternal Palace.